Morning.
Morning.
Caught anything yet?
No, nothing yet.
What's the time, Grandad?
Don't try anything, I'll break your bloody neck. You all right? You stay there, I'll get some help.
A citizen's arrest. That morning, John Patterson found himself. What John discovered was to reshape his whole life.
Good morning, Mr. Patterson. Glad you could make it. This is all the literature you will require, an application form and pay scales.
A career in the Metropolitan Police starts with this application form.
Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome.
Applicants who appear on paper to meet the minimum standards of entry are asked to come along to the selection centre for a day. Minimum height for women is 162 centimetres. That's 5 feet 4. Men have to measure 172 centimetres.
Thank you.
That's just under 5 foot 8.
OK, Miss Lee, can you read from that line all the way down, please?
Y-U-H-U-T-A-V.
Oh, yeah. Terrific. Great. Go and find somebody.
Sound in tooth, eye and limb, and over 18.5 years of age, these are the people the force is looking for. And police officers must be able to express themselves both orally and in writing, think clearly, and have the ability to absorb the training and do the job.
I'm terribly sorry, old chap, but you've seemed to have failed by 1 or 2 marks to qualify at the police initial recruitment test. You seem to have gone down in English.
Come in, Mr. Patterson. Sit down, please.
The candidates who pass stay on for an interview after lunch.
When did you first decide you wanted to become a policeman?
When I left school, I think, sir. We used to do quite a lot of social work in the community, and I've always wondered about going back to that kind of thing.
Would you see yourself as a law enforcement officer or as a social worker?
I was a police officer. It really is a bit of both, isn't it?
Miss Lee, you've led a fairly sheltered life. You live with your parents. You've had the one job in the bank. Do you think you could cope with the full range of police duties?
Yes, I'm sure I could.
That's it then. They want me to join on the 15th of next month.
Well done, son.
Monday the 15th, the day that John and Mary and about 20 fellow new recruits assemble at the Peel Centre, Hendon, the Metropolitan Police Training School. The recruits live at the Peel Centre while they learn the basics of police work and something about the way society works. Those in uniform have successfully completed their 15 weeks training at Hendon. For the new intake, there's a lot of ground still to cover.
Class.
New recruits are asked to make a formal declaration.
I do solemnly and sincerely declare.
From this moment, these recruits are constables of the Crown in the Metropolitan Police. They are vested with certain discretionary powers. The power of arrest is one of them.
You seem to know your way around here pretty well. Yeah, well, I joined as a cadet, and I've been up here a few times.
As well as the recruit training school, the Peel Centre houses the cadet training school, where young boys and girls between the ages of 16 and 18 receive a blend of further education.
Congratulations on joining the Metropolitan Police.
I left school at the age of 17 and I joined the cadets for 1.5 years.
I was self-employed for 3 years as an agricultural engineer.
I was in the civil service.
I was a cadet for 6 months at Wanstead.
I was a captain in the Royal Military Police.
I left school and came directly to Hendon Metropolitan Training School.
I didn't leave school until I was 19, and I had a number of jobs before joining the police force.
Good evening, all.
What do you think of this one, eh? You reckon it's a little bit too big for me? I have to change this. Before personal radios, an officer would need to go to a police box to make a telephone call. And there would inevitably be very long delays. Now, with your personal radios, you can get assistance immediately. Tango Sierra from 213, are receiving over.
That's good.
Since very early times when men lived in settlements together, it has been necessary to have some sort of code of conduct so that people could all live together in peace. Wrongdoers were either dealt with by their victims, or else they were taken or dragged before some judiciary to be dealt with according to the laws at the time. Arresting people is a contradiction of the basic human rights, that of freedom and liberty. In this lesson, we're going to look at the various ways as police officers that we can bring a person before a court to be dealt with according to the law.
You just answer the questions on there.
An assault is the intentional application of force to the person of another without his consent. The importance of privacy and quiet is fully recognized, since recruits have to do a good deal of private study and book learning. This is, however, reinforced by practical demonstrations.
Deal with it as we've dealt with it in the class.
Why don't you just leave?
Just a moment. What's happened, madam?
I've just been attacked by him.
I didn't attack you, you silly little
could you just
girl.
stand there, please?
Yes, you
What
did.
happened, madam?
He's just attacked me.
How did he attack you, madam?
He hit me round the face.
And I'll hit you again in a minute.
Sir, could you just stand there?
He keeps on.
Stop there. What's happened here?
He's lost control of the situation, Sergeant.
Step round, slide the hand round the back. Good. We're going to use the legs.
Recruits learn self-defense.
Straighten the legs out.
They also do some physical training.
Him over the back. Ready? Throw. Lift him up. Turn him over. Sit him beside him. Get your legs out.
Officer, can you come and sort this bloke out for me, please?
Sir.
I don't need sorting out, mate. It's
won't
you
pay-
that needs sorting
He
out.
won't pay his fare.
Can you just stay there and listen to what this gentleman has to say?
Well, he won't pay his fare. I brought him up from Brent Cross to here, and now he won't pay me.
Why not, sir?
He says I brought him a long way round.
Which way did you bring him, sir?
Up the Edgware Road, down past Collindale Station, Aerodrome Road, and then into here.
Why did you bring him that way, sir?
Well, because the traffic lights are out at Hendon Central. I told him that.
Yes, sir. So you've listened to what this gentleman has to say. Now, what have you got to say?
Keep the hand on the jaw itself, the little finger away from the throat. Keep it clear of the throat, otherwise they'll panic if you hold them. Right, here we go then. Arms straight. Keep the arms straight. Good. Use the free hand to pull. Come on. Pull, pull, pull.
Miss Patterson, what have you arrested this man for?
I've arrested this gentleman for threatening this private witness with this knife.
Number 14, Your Worship.
Thank you.
Are you John Collins?
I am, sir, yes.
Yes, Mr. Collins, you're summoned that on the 9th of July this year at the Crescent Hendon, Northwest 9, you failed to accord precedence to a pedestrian on a pedestrian crossing. Do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Police work is about enforcing the law. The rules of evidence have to be learned,
Yes, sir.
and it helps to get some experience of the realities of being under cross-examination.
Back 2 paces.
Yes, Your Worship. He stepped back 2 full paces quickly.
I have no further questions, Your Worship.
Right, PC Ross. First time in court, not a bad effort. Well done.
Do you fancy your chances as a driver, then?
Yeah, I think I might consider that.
There's no doubt that everybody works extremely hard during basic training. There is nevertheless time for relaxation and for making friendships which will last you a lifetime.
John, what did you think of the question number 13 on the fire brigade?
I'll put C for that one, I think.
No, it's A.
Oh, no.
The course is nearly over. Time for a post-mortem on the final exam and for conjecture on the
I
future.
need the marks.
Sit down, please. It is always a disappointment when at the end of 3 months of hard work, we find that somebody has stumbled at the last hurdle. Fortunately, that hasn't happened to this class today. You have all passed. Congratulations to everybody. You may now smile.
Then, the culmination of 15 weeks of hard work in the classroom, in practical demonstrations, and in the gym.
Stand up. A's.
Haven't had a look at it? PC Patterson, W District, sir.
Do you know which station you're going to?
No, sir.
Not yet. Where do you live?
Denham, Buck, sir.
Oh, we're right the other side of London. Yes, sir.
WPC Lee, attached to X District, sir.
And what did you do before you joined us? I think probably the most sincere thing that I can wish you is that if you are as happy, get as much satisfaction, job satisfaction and contentment from the job which you are now setting out to do as I've done in my 27 years, then you won't for 1 minute regret the fact that you've joined this first-class Metropolitan Police Force of ours. I wish every one of you every good luck for the future. Thank you.
PC John Patterson, a member now of the force which for over 150 years has looked after the security and well-being of all who live in the nation's capital.